So, cause a lot of white men that was having babies by black women, they don't, like I've been saying, they only was doing it so that half-breed child will be on their side, will be on the white people's side because they're gonna feel like that's who they are. This was strategically done. Maybe if we put a half-breeds out there, they'll be on our side, and they will not want to repay us back for what they done did to us. You know what I'm saying? But people want to say it's fucked up that we can't repay them back, especially if we want to claim their bloodline. But if somebody crosses us in any other way, we gonna practice eye for an eye. You gonna practice eye for an eye on some other shit. Fuck that. You gonna damn near practice eye for an eye on everything but that. When it comes to this cracker, you gonna practice eye for an eye on everything else. If somebody comes if a grown man comes and slaps your motherfucking kid in the face in front of you, whether you got a son or daughter, they come and slap your kid in the face right in front of you and start laughing and say, fuck you. You mean to tell me you ain't gonna lose your motherfucking mind? You mean to tell me you gonna turn the other cheek? And then let's say if that person was just little and you knew that you could whoop their ass. You knew that you would dog their ass out. You telling me you gonna turn the other cheek? You mean to tell me that you gonna say, no, I can't do that because I'm just being like you? You gonna tell me that I'm just being like the crazy cracker? I'm trying to be like him? I'm doing the same thing that was done to us? No, it's just nature. It's eye for an eye. That's not a racial thing. That's a human thing. If a motherfucker fuck you up, or if somebody attacks you, you're gonna defend yourself. So motherfuckers will get back at a motherfucker for anything. Oh, you gonna do that? I'm gonna do it back. I'm gonna do it too. This is what people practice with everything but that. But when it comes to that, we can't practice eye for eye. I'm not, look. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not even saying, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not even saying that we gotta, I'm not even saying that all, it is some white people that are ashamed of that shit. But but to the majority, they get looked at like us too. They get cast out for not being who they truly are. So if you white, you should want to make it to where your people on top. If you black, you should want to make it to where you on top. But if you both, if you black and you white, you need to follow the truth. You need to try and uplift black people. Frederick Douglass, Booker T, these niggas wasn't going around talking about I'm biracial and trying to feel like they were a part of white people's struggle. We gotta understand that even if it's a part of your makeup, that it's all been strategically done. It's all been strategically done. So if you have black, you really black, it's just due to they fuckery, you got caught up in the mix a little bit. That's all that is. if you have whatever, you don't gotta hate your relatives or nothing like that. But just know and understand though, even if you got them in you, you still dealing with the enemy. To where if you got a little bit of them in you, to where it's immediate, to where it can show, that's how much they done fucked you. And you should even be going even more above and beyond to try and uplift yourself up out of that bullshit. But you still ain't gotta hate your immediate family or nothing like that though. But you just gotta understand what time it is. You gotta understand what type of mind frame your white mother or your white father was in when you was even conceived. You just gotta understand the situation and the makeup of both people during that time period when you was conceived. Was you conceived by a white slave master that raped a black slave, or was it the lost nigga running around out his damn? Was it the lost nigga running around out his goddamn mind and chose to lay down with this white woman? Was it this white woman going against the grain of what she's been taught? Maybe not if she was taught that. If her grandparents or her great grandparents was taught, is it because of that? Somebody out they damn mind feeling that it's okay to do that. Because if you are something, if you want to keep that something here, why not go above and beyond? So if you white and you don't want to breed with no niggas and you don't want that a part of your bloodline, why not? If you want to still exist. So they understand this is why they tried to keep the shit separated so much. But now we got everybody trying to all together in harmony, and they still getting over it. You know what I mean? So that's what we dealing with today when we dealing with the mulatto. Because really, majority of the time, most people, they'll choose a side. They'll either choose, oh, I'm white and I'm gonna be white, and I'll say I got a little bit of nigga, or I'm a nigga and I maybe got a little bit of white. You know what I'm saying? They'll lightweight almost choose a side. But then some people too, they'll try and stay in the middle and say that's who I am too. But as a mulatto person, as a biracial person, if you say that you gonna be both, so when we tell you about that other side that you want to claim, that other side that you want to claim to, you have to be able to deal with that. You have to be willing to own up to that. So if there's black people in the street saying that you ain't nothing but a low down dirty dog devil cracker, you gotta be able to deal and face up to that. Just along with, you might have to get called a nappy head nigger bitch. You gonna have to be able, you gonna have, just like you gonna call yourself both, you gonna have to deal with both. But just know that them crackers, they not gonna accept you. They only will try and use you as a pawn to penetrate the black population, to get you to make other black people feel that it wasn't so bad, that we should not practice eye for an eye when it comes to that, but when we practice an eye for an eye and everything else. Because if that's the case, if we can turn the other cheek with that, as far as what's been done, we have to be ready to change turn the other cheek on everything. We have to be able to turn the other cheek on everything, not just on slavery, on what white people done did to black people. That can't be it. That's like the only shit a motherfucker, niggas, they, you know what I mean? Why? It can't be like that. So when you want to when you a black person and you got some white in you, half or whatever percent, and you want to cling on to that percent so much, that was the plan. That was the plan, to where, okay, we can create people that looks like, we can have we can have, that's what white people were saying, we can have a baby with a black person and they can look like them and they can get in and blend in and with them, but still come back and report to us, but still have compassion for us, to still persuade and all of that. I mean, goddamn, we got a mulatto biracial president, but everybody call him black. They say the first black president. They don't say the first mulatto president. They don't say the first biracial president. I don't. If your school halfway teach you about Frederick Douglass, they not even gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, how he had a white parent. You know what I'm saying, or Booker T. Washington. These people are represented or as black leaders, black history, not mulatto history, not biracial history. Because they know. That's why they don't accept your ass. Because they know if you got that in you, you are that. Because they know. Because they know as soon as you get cut with some nigga blood, you are that. You already got attributes that they don't got. That is another reason why some of them might go out, whether it be a white man